Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We're going to be diving into Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, playing the new solo gate regarding the Mist Valley. I hope you guys enjoyed the story, alongside the commentary. Let's dive into Master Duel. Guardians of the Mist Valley. Here we go, let us begin. Guardians of the Mist Valley. The Mist Valley sprawls out as far as the eye can see, dividing up the great land. It's impossible to see the whole breadth of it at once due to the ever-present mist. I didn't think it was going to load then. Why is it running bare slow? Dwelling within a winged beast who travel freely along the valley's ridges, and a humanoid tribe who strongly resemble birds. The latter are impeccable warriors, yet do not seek to expand their influence or domain. Their way of life is a proud one. They are respectful of their old traditions and remain in the valley from birth until death. Mist Valley's environment is harsh, all the more so because of the lack of visibility. However, in the era in which various tribes were expanding, militarily, it was not uncommon for rivals to make incursions. When their numbers were small, the valley's inhabitants did not lift a finger. Such is the depth of the valley and the thickness of its fog. Outsiders had no hope of ever reaching their settlements or even finding their way out. And so, would-be invaders met with unfortunate ends, all while the valley folk went about their everyday lives. The handful fortunate enough, or rather unfortunate enough, to stumble upon a settlement where... To stumble upon a settlement were dispatched by the... That's not even fucking English. Isn't that supposed to be where? To stumble upon a settlement where dispatched... I don't fucking know. By the elite warriors units that were the pride of the valley. On a few occasions, the valley came under attack from major alliances of barbarians. However, if the bird folk and the winged beast ever found themselves overwhelmed, they turned to a mist worm. These were colossal creatures that had lived in the valley since before anyone could remember. Each was a lone creature that circled a fixed route for dozens of years, if not hundreds. Even after all these years, no one has yet found a means of communicating with them, nor worked out how they managed to survive. Artwork looks pretty dope though. They can, however, be interacted with. They respond to flutes, whistle-bearing arrows, and certain orbs that emit glaring light. The valley's inhabitants take advantage of this to redirect them. Originally, this was only done to ensure that mistworms did not bulldoze through settlements as they proceeded through their tunnels. But in the era of strife, the valley folk needed novel measures. They used the mistworms to thoroughly obliterate hapless invaders. And so, for many years, Mist Valley remained peaceful. That is, until the extraterrestrial invaders arrived, the Worm Menace. I swear worms are in one of the other stories' laws as well. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I kind of wish the stories and the laws for these solo gates were actually, like, with modern decks, or they used hand traps and stuff. I know it's based upon lore and stuff like that, but, yeah. Okay, tribute the winged beast, special summon a winged beast from the deck, and that's what they ended on. So, cannot declare an attack unless you return one card you control to the hand. There. Okay, so, we're going to activate a Divine Wind of the Mist Valley. We'll see this. Tribute one winged beast monster from your hand or face, or add one winged beast from your deck to your hand with the same level that the tribute monster had. You can return one face monster control to the way special moves card from your hand. Okay, so if we start with Oh, man, we're chilling. Yeah. Trigger the effect. Return. No. Special summon. Trigger the effect. Lead in. Activate this. Special summon. We're chilling. 3 bodies on board. Yep. And then a special summon. Tribute on Facebook, but I don't want to do that yet because this card has a summoning animation and I'm all for it. So you guys will at least get to see it. Which looks raw. It looks really good. I didn't think it was going to do it at first. But yeah, I got a little bit nervous. So I can trigger this. We'll banish this one. Special summon. Activate the effect. Return back to hand. No. Special summon. Banish this. Bring it out into attack mode. Activate. Tribute the bird. Special summon from the deck. What's the next best play? Okay, if we do that. We don't really care too much about... I could go into another one, to be honest. Attack. The only downfall I have is if I attack with that, I have to return it. Let's not do that. Let's do it. Oh, you return the field spell. Okay. I thought you had to return the monster. Nah, that's pretty cool, then. And then we just special summon into another one. Cool. Tribes of the Mist Valley. You got nothing on us, mate. Set face down. Activate field spell. Basically, that's all it is. Just return it back. Gain. Have on field. Obviously, it's into the end phase anyway, but still. I'm going to be honest. Mist Valley are pretty bloody decent. Obviously, I know you tend to see those kind of cards in Flu and that, but unfortunately, it is what it is at the end of the day. Okay, they're going into defense mode. That's fine. The good thing about it is it's actually quick effect as well, which is sick. I'm going to activate this. Tribute. We are going to add... Oh, so it just adds the same Shaman. Okay. That's fine. Normal summon. Need to put it in defense mode. Activate. Return. Activate. No. Turn. Activate. Proceed to battle phase. Attack. Wow, that's a shame, isn't it? Either way, still game. Not bad at all. Scenario, here we go. Story time, baby. With the arrival of the worms from a distant star, Mist Valley's peace began to disintegrate. Countless numbers of them poured into the valley, and the bird folk and winged beasts fought them tooth and tail. However, it was only enough to stay the storm, not to fully eradicate them. The valley remained worm infested. I'm wondering if the card was before, was it... I don't know if it was tail or nail. I don't fucking know. Whatever. Its labyrinthine terrain and persistent mist were supposed to act as defenses, but not with the worms. Unable to get out, they ended up gathering and they created nests. The valley folk burnt these to a crisp whenever they found them. Weirdly enough, all I could see was like a skull on the background, between obviously the black bits being the eyes and then this bit kind of looking like a nose. But yeah, maybe I'm just tripping. Yet these nests only seemed to increase in numbers, allowing the worms to launch raids that made it as far as the settlements. It was proving too difficult to pin them down and eliminate them. Despite every effort, the valley folk could not purge the invaders, even with help from the mist worms. They had come to an impasse. The leader of the warriors, Mist Valley Thunderlord, realized the bird folk and winged beasts were outmatched. There were other tribes outside the valley with which they had relations, and he resolved to request their aid. This was how the Ally of Justice came into being. It was a network of mutual aid, and it greatly bolstered Mist Valley's security. Finding nests became a rarer occurrence, and the valley folk found themselves with the upper hand on their home turf. However, just as plans were Just as plans were being made for an offensive to fully eliminate the worms, Mist Valley withdrew from the Ally of Justice. What could have driven such a decision? One day, the warrior chief Mist Valley Thunderlord found out about an experiment the Ally of Justice were performing, a weapon test involving the use of the Genex, who were voiceless and could not object. Although he kept it secret, this sowed a seed of doubt in his heart about the Allies of Justice operations. He remained silent out of a desire to see the world rid of worms and the valley peaceful again. Such doubts would not have prevented him from fighting on. The stakes were too great. However, there was a puppet master, fabled Raven, who was drawn to feelings of ill will. He amplified Thunderlord's doubts and spread them among the valley folk, sowing distrust. What was Raven's aim? Did he want to give the worms victory by causing the Ally of Justice to disband? Or did he only seek to weaken threats before the Fabled launched their full-scale invasion? Most likely it was neither. Raven took diabolical pleasure in fostering hostility and seeing what fruit could be born. This may have been all that motivated him. In any case, his wicked game dealt a severe blow to Mist Valley. I don't know why this story just seems like such a fucking tongue twister to read. Holy cow. Here we go. Mist Valley had become isolated because of Raven. Without aid from the other allies of justice, tribes, a hard fight lay ahead. The worm nests again began to spread until they occupied a fifth of the area. Not even the valley's largest and mightiest creatures, the mist worms, were a match for the worm forces. After a mist worm was defeated, its colossal corpse gave nutrition to the invaders, enabling them to grow and multiply. A second and a third fell, and the worm's strength but grew. It seemed they would soon overrun everything. Would the valley folk fight until the bitter end in defense of their home? Or would they flee from the infestations and seek shelter elsewhere? Battered and exhausted, they faced a deep crisis, and just then, there arrived a group of soaring knights, a mighty gale following in their wake. They were the Dragoonity spoken of in legends, inhabitants of the Dragon Ravine in a distant part of the valley. They had become borderline mythical after years in obscurity. They had ascended to become Dragoonity knights through their secret knowledge of dragon mastery. Realizing the grave situation the valley faced, they had come to fight. They led the charge and drove back the worms. Inspired by their bravery, the valley folk took up arms with renewed vigor. The valley was swiftly cleared of worms, and once victory was secured, the Dragoonity knights departed in a flash. They had saved the valley, but that was not all. Their overpowering draconic aura dispelled the Fable's curse on the valley folk. Having returned to their senses, they were welcomed into the Ally of Justice, just as the final clash with the worms was looming. Alright, let's open the gate and do the final two duels. I ain't gonna lie, the artwork looks pretty decent. Storyline, pretty fucking bland and boring, if I'm gonna be completely honest. But then again, it could be because I'm tired. Let's go. Draw. Okay, not bad. We will go with some more onslaught. I'm going to drop the Mist Valley, leading me to add. If this card is in your hand, you can banish one dark and yeah. Special summon it from the graveyard. If I go that and when you normal summon, you can activate this during. You can normal summon some more. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that would lead me into. What's the effect? You can banish this card, reveal one winged beast, and if you do, reduce the levels by 1, which would make that a 6-star. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Banish. Reduce to 6. Normal summon. Activate the effect. Normal summon. Tribute in 1 monster. This card is in your graveyard and your opponent controls and spell instructions, but you can special summon this card in defense. Fine, I'll do that. And then we can special summon this. Banish the Mist Valley. Special summon. Oh, really? With a level equal to or lower the number of unused. But surely that's better, isn't it? Your opponent cannot set cards. Yeah. Don't get rid of something that's good. No way. Not while we're cooking on double thingy as well. Okay. Into battle phase, return the field spell, destroy the bird face. I'm pretty sure that used to be called bird face, or maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm thinking of a different card. I don't know. It's nearly 10 o'clock at night. I'm shattered. It's been a long day. But I'm here making content because I love you all. Okay. If this card's in your graveyard and your opponent controls no cards, but you can special summon this card in defense mode. Okay. Is there anything... We'll just go with the normal summon. Trigger the effect. Effect card sent to the graveyard. Is there anything... If the card when your opponent controls no cards in the spell traps on your special... Problem is you do. Oh wait, no. I should be able to do that actually. Yeah. We'll send that one. And then add this. Give us the buff. Trigger the effect in the grave. I'm thinking field spell class is a spell and trap zone, but I was wrong. And then we can lead him with the extra normal summon. Activate the effect. Add us some more. Special summon. Wow, that's crazy. So I can literally gain the attack. Okay, we'll take that then. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Gets 4,800 attack. I think I've seen someone use that before. And then we trigger the effect of this. Special summon. Lead in. Discard. Add. That's... Yeah. Which, it doesn't make a massive difference. Add this. Add this. No, we're good. How much attack power are we going to get off it? That's 7. But we're like 100 short. How annoying. How frustrating. Oh, bollocks. I'm going to reduce my own attack. Should have attacked with that first. Although, so I trigger the effect, return it back to the deck, and then crank myself up again. 100 short is wounding, man. I just like the idea of them not being able to set cards, man. It's actually a dirty play, though. Some more onslaught, add the dark some more, normal some dark some more in the can. No trap cards, nothing. Kind of just ruins them, really. Not a bad play, though. Ooh. Go with a cheeky little normal summon. Activate effect. Send to the graveyard. Add. Normal summon. Look at the effect. Actually, new doesn't make a difference. 1, 2, 3. Stack up another. Bruh, you're dead. Dark Simora is filth. I assume at this point we're going to be playing against the worms. Or it's just going to be hardcore stun. We're going first, that's good. We get Dark Simora out, we're good. We're golden. We just need that spell card. Okay. First things first. Right, a Resmere. I haven't seen Adventure used in a bloody long time. Oh, defense mode. Place the card face up. There we go. Activate. Add Griffin. Set the card into the graveyard. At least this kind of gives me a decent amount of play. So we can put it into a monster you control. When this card is equipped to a non-effect monster, you can take one card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. Okay. Special summon Griffin. Activate the effect. Ooh, what do we got here? Monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack for each monster you control with different names. Yeah. I don't know if you're supposed to equip it to the token or what. I'm not actually too sure. No synchros. Oh, we did. Wow, it was stacked for synchros. Okay. None of them are tuna. Okay, not gonna lie. What's the card we banish? Oh, it weren't tuna anyway, so we're fine. Okay. When you put out activation, you can shuffle this card, and if you do negate the activation, you just destroy the card. We're fine for the moment. Activate this. No. Go for this. Why would it... Interesting. Negate. Bye-bye. To be honest, that should be a good setup for us anyway. Man, but the triple Dragon Rider. Yeah, we'll go Griffin one more. The only problem is, we haven't activated monster effect anyway, so we're fine. We will now. Yeah, do it. Do it. Do it. Equip. There we go. Beautiful. We get the buff anyway. I suppose we could go off of this. Activate. Return. Yoink. Bye. Like, this got to be the easiest story mode I've ever done. Holy cow. Okay, so the other side of the matches we ain't going to worry too much about, but we are going to head into the shop and get our free pack. Oof, new backgrounds. I ain't going to lie, that does look pretty raw. Buy it. Apply. We'll check it out in a minute when we come back. Where's this free pack that we get? Oh, it doesn't give you a free pack. Well, what's the point? I know you get the 200 gems from story mode, but that's a little bit fucking slap in the face, isn't it? I thought at least beating the story, they'd give me like a guaranteed pack. Like, do they really think that people haven't unlocked some more pack before? Okay, whatever, Konami. Accessories, protector, wallpaper. Well, I can claim those 200 gems from the mission, but realistically, other than that, this is pretty much it. You know? Is there a way to look at it full screen or not? No. Alright, let's go check out a Dominus one. Edit. Wallpaper. Why does it not show? Right, I think that's it. Done. Back. There we go. Ain't gonna lie, that looks pretty bloody naughty. Ain't gonna lie. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys later. Peace.